Another exciting ball game to end the day here in Cedar Rapids. Birmingham-Southern with a 4-3 10-inning come-from-behind victory over Johns Hopkins. And, Coach, we'll start with you. A lot of ways to go in a game like this. I guess I'll start with pitching and defense. Your pen gives you 6 and a third innings, 2 hits, no runs, errorless ball, and so many above-average plays in the field. Is that a good place to start in this one?
I think it's a great place to start. Honestly, with both sides, to me, that was worthy of an NCAA championship. I don't care what level, Division I, Division II, Division III. It's a mentally grueling game because it can turn on any pitch and any at bat. I thought our bullpen did a great job, and it was torn because the way Bunting was pitching, and hats off to him. That's the best we've seen this year, and I loved it. He pitched with his fastball. He was in, he was out. 10 strikeouts, no walks for them as a team. But he put me on edge because down 3-1, that's usually – I didn't think Jake had his best stuff, our starter. He got behind, and that's not a team you want to fall behind to. They're aggressive, and, they took advantage of some pitches. But Hannon Hannon Malden is our safety blanket that we go to keep us in a game. And part of me wasn't going to use him thinking about, man, I got to save him because the way this guy's pitching, I don't know if we can get 3 runs. And decided to bring him in and said maybe 1 or 2 innings. And then when Tyler hit the home run, it was kind of like, okay, now it's a 1-run game. All the cards are on the table. Let's leave him in. And he and Richie kind of did what they've done all year. Hannon doesn't throw hard, but he locates. He knows who he is. And he just keeps us in games, and that's what he's done. And then Richie kind of stayed in there and gave us a chance to win.
Coach, you at the end of the game, you had to face this sort of 5-6 person infield. Do you practice against that?
No, to be honest with you. And there's not much you can do. I mean, I've got Tyler up. I don't want him to change a thing. And I thought it was a good move on their part, to be honest with you. We haven't really seen that before. No, I don't want Tyler to change anything. And part of that, I think, is in the back of my mind, I was thinking, man, is this move going to change his approach at the plate? Not just defending the field, but is it kind of messing with his head a little bit? And they did everything but make one throw. It played to their advantage. They got the ground ball, and unfortunately, for them it ended like that. But, I thought it was a great job, and that pick play they ran on was executed perfectly. I kind of read the shortstop a little bit, but he did a great job selling it. The timing was perfect. They did a great job.
Tyler, you didn't have the best of days, but sort of go through that last at-bat.
Well, throughout the day, I had a couple barrels. I mean, I hit one ball to the warning track, and I felt like I was seeing the ball pretty well throughout the day. But in my previous at-bat against the same arm, I did strike out against a slider. So when I got behind, I think it was 1-2. I missed my 2 fastballs. I knew he was probably coming back with it as a strikeout pitch, so I said I just had to get something on it, and striking out was not an option. So fortunately, it worked out pretty good.
And Tyler, same thing about the home run. What was the pitcher throwing you?
Well, it was a 3-0 count, so I knew it was going to get a good pitch to hit, and luckily Coach Weisberg trusted me to put a good swing on it, and I got the pitch in the right zone. I swung as hard as I could, honestly.
Oakley, I assume that you're used to coming in late in the games in relief of your reliever. What's it like sitting on a bench getting ready for your time?
Well, like you said, I've kind of gotten used to it, so around the 6th inning I start getting loose. And then when I hear, the timing of when they're going to get the ball to Richie, I know that's when I need to be ready to go on the field. So just kind of gotten used to it throughout the year, and I think it's worked out pretty well.
So anything about that great catch you made sort of saving a run?
Not really. I just kind of tried to see where the ball was going to be and get there as fast as I could and figure it out after that.
So, Coach, you alluded to kind of a slow start on the mound for Jake, not his best start of the year. But can you talk a little more about Hannon and how instrumental he was for you guys today?
Yeah, I think, like I mentioned before, I think the biggest thing is the word trust. I think our entire team trusts him. He knows who he is, and he does not try to do too much. You look at velocity, and you don't think this guy should be able to exceed or excel in these situations, but he's done it over and over and over. He just continues to make quality pitches, and like I said, he's a safety blanket. Our guys knew He may give up 1. I don't think they think he's going to throw a bunch of zeros up there, but our guys knew that he's going to keep it at a 1-inning game, and that's just what he's done all year. And hats off to him. It was originally going to be 1 inning, then 2, then 3, and then kind of after Tyler hit the home run to make it 3-2, I just told him we're rolling the dice and you're staying in, and he's got it. And he continues to answer the bell. It's really impressive.
So talk a little bit about Luke DiPiero. I know kind of to me an unsung hero, the plays he was making in the outfield. Can you talk a little bit about him?
Yeah, he made that great play last night, and he just has great instincts in center field. He's not our fastest guy, but he's done a magnificent job in these 2 games of patrolling it out there. And honestly, the last 2 weeks, he's really started to swing the bat well, and it was really nice to see a freshman just not make too much of the moment, and just keep doing what he's doing. That was one of my fears going in, was a freshman in this situation. Is he going to try to do too much? But he's just been really professional, really mature, and just he stayed in the moment, and it's been really nice to see.
Now, I'm thinking that right now your middle name is Walk-Off at this point, considering how you got through SAAs and everything else. For the players, how do you guys stay up when the game gets like that?
I would say it starts with our bullpen. We have arms like Hannon and Richie coming out. We're always confident we'll be in it, even if our starter does not have a quality start. And our dugout helps us really stay in it, too. We have the Electric Factory, and they provide the energy all 9, and they're awesome.
I'd go off of that, too, as well. I mean, when Richie comes in the game and it's a close game or we have a lead, we know that he's going to lock it down. Same with Hannon. But the dugout, like you said, has been a great contributor all year. They bring the energy, and we try and provide it in the end of the game.
Well, we've had a lot of these walk-off wins, and so coming into having another one, you kind of know when we get late in the game and it's tied, we've got a really good shot to win the game. And having that confidence to win the game, knowing you get to go back in the locker room, Vinny's going to put Glory on repeat, and we're going to be bumping and having fun. It's going to be a great time.
So for those people who don't know, what is the Electric Factory?
That's the bullpen. That's about it. That's about it.
So we were at Trinity earlier this year, and they kind of have a caged-in bullpen, and I honestly didn't like the energy of the dugout and kind of sent them all down there if they weren't on the card to throw. And they went down there, and they really got into the game, and they just started. And then we went home, and they've just been awesome. It's a group that they stay down there, they stay locked into the game, but they're not afraid to have fun. Nicknamed the Electric Factory, and these guys will tell you it's meant a lot to us. It's added some fun, some excitement to the game, rather than just sitting there in the dugout, bump on the log. They know their role. They're ready to pitch when they come in, but they're not afraid to have fun down there. And this game is supposed to be fun, and they allow us to do that.
They also have a Twitter page where they do bullpen reviews and different things they're doing in the dugout. So if you're interested in that, you can follow it on Twitter.
And what is that Twitter account for the Electric Factory, for those that are interested?
I'm not sure.
At BSC Bullpen.
All right.